small video, how to do a peer review. This is a skill set that I think is really important because you're probably going to be asked to do this throughout your life. And I never had anyone tell me how to do it. I was just, thrown into the fire when I started publishing and started getting reviews on my work. And let me tell you, scientists are brutally mean and petty and jealous. So I feel like the culture has changed since I started in this field. But I think it's really important to get some guidance on how to do a good peer review because feedback is so important. I mean, it is the most valuable thing I get in my career, right? People telling me, okay, this works, this doesn't work, this idea you need to develop further. Oh, this writing is really fuzzy. Can you please make that clearer? This stuff is gold because as a person in your own head, you can't critically evaluate your own work. You can't see it objectively. It's too subjective, right? Because it makes sense to you. We need critical feedback. And so it's really important to learn how to give good critical feedback. Because like I said, it can be really hurtful getting feedback that's not considering people's feelings because we're humans and we are sensitive creatures. First thing, you always start with general remarks, right? And this helps you and helps me in a sentence or two summarize this presentation or this paper was about this. The author was trying to do this, okay? What was the author trying to explain? What was the question the author was trying to answer? Summarize that. If you can't, right, if that wasn't clear to you, well, that's really, really important. And that will be something you will talk about further on in your peer review. Okay, so attempt to do that as best you can. First, always start out with strengths, right? You talk about what the author did well, what the presenter did well. Were they a really engaging speaker? Did they have great visuals? Did they tell a good story? Or did they write clearly? Did they research the topic exhaustively, right? Find something nice to say about it. Everyone can find something nice to say about anything, right? So say whatever, and maybe you'll have 5 great things. Oh my gosh, this person blew me away. They did this, this, and this, and it made it so successful. So start with the good stuff. Then move on to weaknesses. And, be honest, be very, very honest, but don't shy away from being critical as long as you state it in a way that is not offensive, right? I mean, you could say, I found the writing in this section from on page 2, paragraph 1 to be confusing. And so with each weakness, you suggest an improvement and you say it would benefit from further editing or more concise language. Or you could say, I found that the paper did not revisit the original question. So at the end of the paper, I wasn't sure what the conclusion was. This paper would benefit from having a more direct restatement of the conclusions. Or you could say, this paper it had too much information that wasn't directly relevant to the question, which made it hard to follow. I think section 1 or 2 could have been omitted. So for each of your weaknesses, state them unemotionally, and then suggest how the author could improve them. Right? If it's just like maybe it's spelling and grammar, say there were many typos or spelling mistakes, this paper would have benefited from more thorough line edits. Yeah, was it the right line? Go through the rubric and see, did it achieve all the things that we wanted it to achieve? So there's the big picture comments about ideas and clarity and presentation. And then there's the little picture comments, which are the specific details that were in the assignment. And if you start with good things and you speak it in a kind of a neutral, non-critical voice, and you suggest areas of improvement, I think you will be able to write a good peer review. And they're anonymous, which is okay, it's fine. Still, it doesn't give you a license to be cruel, right? And because these peer reviews are being marked, I'm sure none of you will be cruel, and I think you'll all write good peer reviews. So good luck with that. And I think this is the last video. So yeah, if you want more help or if you need more insight onto how to write a paper, how to write a peer review, how to give a talk, please bring it up in class and we'll talk about it together. All right, good luck, guys.